bagi yang mau nonton ini, aku sebenarnya mau apa itu namanya, mau lanjut ke apa namanya ya, Deadly Assault, tapi aku harus selesaikan dulu ceritanya. Jadi kalau kalian nonton ini, berarti aku menjalankan cerita dulu sedikit. Dan takutnya kalau stream tadi kelewatan.
We can't risk the Exalted core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltist's main base.
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
I understand. So please believe me, when I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
Easy enough. Easy does it. Oh, no maps. Would have been pointless.
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there?
Your worst nightmare.
Petty thugs, blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
Oh, you bastard.
Keep your balance, Dorothy!
Am I keeping up, Captain?
Initiating devastating strike! Unleashing artillery!
Yeah. Answer your obvious call, wrongfully kill soldier rising around the world, cloak and flame and vengeance. As your defense force will fight for us and oversee whether they're big. Perhaps they too were blessed with the witness of the creature's true form. The file stored in the device are incomplete. The remaining intelligence need to be obtained as well. Wrongfully killed soldiers, but those ones arranging for the miasma were wearing 11 years old uniform and they died protecting the area too. This exalted scum. Scum! How dare you distribute order of all soldiers? Unforgivable!
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support the operation.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flanks so smoothly. We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important?
Why not? You're
I
so
may
cute.
be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Really
Watch it!
smart mouth
The
from a
captain
kid.
has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones.
Unless you
If you
work.
ask me, we
Goddamn
should
rookie,
just take this guy
these
away
days.
and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Oh no, it's all
Stay
welcome.
focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been completely cleared?
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Goddamn rookie.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. They can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel, gear up and get ready.
Roger that.
Yes, Captain Magus. My turn to fight. The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Whoever called this an ambush?
Please don't go.
We've already failed half of the mission's objective.
Hopefully, we can still find some useful documents and materials.
Wow. Die protect the city. The soldier you die protect the city as you release the file ends in red warning.
Oh?
The soldier you die protect the city just with the results. Distraction by the plan and purpose obviously us. There is a clear result to spend on blocked by the major Canadian activities are serious by the movie key the other early. Guess we have no choice but to press on.
Elite targets have appeared!
Targets. Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
Captain, the barrel's taking run!
The target's exposed!
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Lucro.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow.
In person?
Person?
You're the squad his oldest spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said, you're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
Lucro.
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the Porcelumex Safety Inspection Reception Banquet.
A reception banquet for a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This young lady is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
Oh, you too kind.
I'm just doing my duty. Please, the title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters.
Say about asking.
Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
I my comment.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
This place is not only a
What's the
key
reason,
Exaltus
then?
stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. One of Porcelumex's executives previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well. And now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the Defense Force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness, Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Roger that.
Yes, Captain Magus.
The Defense Force took the bait just as planned, yet feeling plenty proud of himself. They waste enough time on meaningless distraction, and the Close General think he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major force at us anymore, though the price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for that fate overseers. Besides, the troops who walked back from the underworld were huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers. It's cruel, really. Still, it's for the right cause. Then, even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely. If the greater purpose is an audience with the creator, wait a minute. It's freaking twitching, what the fuck? I know your intention, but you still open the path of the creator, won't you? Great overseer. I wandered in confusion along with this path more than once, but the whisper I heard were true, without a doubt. When I achieved my goal, I opened a path to the creator for you, which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Peyton's is with the Defense Force right now, and that's one really handful. Not the type to let things go easily, and that little squad of there has been a serious thorn in our side. I have noticed that youngsters may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how their tale unfolds. Don't back them into the corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the creator refine my butt in your face. Oh please, gonna be skipped first so I can play the Deadly Assault I want to play. Wait, what? Cheers and a lot of echo from the game we shared with us of life past few days.
Huh?
That's wrong, let's use one. Wait, did you automatic? A new face and not in uniform either. You must be the outside for the help. What was it? A postal school. Thanks for the brilliant leadership in the Major General and his adjutant, we secured the easy victory. Sure, we didn't land a victory, but we still play a part. Just stay silent. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be a buzzkill, okay? Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you return safely. You literally such modesty. Still, if you're acting on behalf of the mayor in defense first matters, I'm sure you hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to the Major General's force that we were able to reclaim a significant catch of Porcilum without incident. I said Ferox has handed over the Exaltus, which as fact Porcilum's property is quite the haul. This goddamn company. The Major General I go way back. He may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. I know he's just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always bring value to the table. So naturally, I'm pleased to meet you back in the One Piece. It's true that certain individuals with Porcilum ranks, including Mr. Ferox and his team, engage in unlawful activity with the Exaltus. The shameful and pathetic Mr. Ferox is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, they track down the subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Porcilum is clean in any further criminal association. Regarding the so-called obscure device, while they were created through Ferox dealing with the Exaltus, are not clear on their scientific work. Still, they made a costly Porcilum, so they belong to the company. To recover each obscura once the demands were finished obsessing their wrists. Yes, Coroner Isolde stated in the report that the obscura would pose an extreme risk, even going so far as an order an evacuation on way for public safety. It's gotten too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave Webe Peninsula. Take care of yourself. Well, what the fuck about the other one? Okay. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They are already planning the victory party right after winning. So the defense for next move. There isn't one. The Major General believed the key member of the Exaltus had been wiped out and their best clear. As far as he's concerned, we already won. I never thought victory would come so easily. The Exaltus won't be that easy. You faced the Exaltus more times than anyone, Roxy. Your insight is valuable, but even so, the Obsidian Division can keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel, and the risk possessed by the sacrifice very seriously. She's already prepared to evacuate the citizens on Webe Peninsula. We stay on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone has figured that all Obscura in the city has been cleared. It's thanks to Isolde's leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before the operation began too. Did the colony know about the risks of the Obscura all along? Since anyone taking a break, why don't you relax a little too, Roxy? I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Wanna join a bit, Roxy? Despite your doubts, with cheering ringing out through the night all around, you find yourself taking a brief rest of the firelight. As almost squads are already preparing to celebrate.
Everyone! The Exaltists, the threat that plagued Waifei Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New
That guy play
Eridu,
Helldivers.
like every
It
triumph
would be so
before.
dangerous.
Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
I hate to be that girl, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow, and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltist leaders are still on the loose. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltists will still be a threat until they're taken out. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Ishu and Shifu, and the Exaltists suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquai Summit? I've heard the name before.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Sr. would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
Oh wait. Me special envoy. You're gonna ask me to pass on a message. Some bigwig from Tops is here to see you. From Tops. Don't ask about the specific. You just have to go to see for yourself. Is that him? Or dude? Oh wait. Okay. Forgot Damian. With you meet them after the dark and fill him on what Lucro's doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements. Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltist stock of Porcelum, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in Tops any longer. And the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Oh no.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice.
I'm just trying
to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunquei Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunquei Summit for assistance either. But if it's just to keep you safe...
It's all right. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Ooh. Oh!
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about. It's funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
The Krampus Compliance Authority?
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within TOPS? It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
That's all right. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, poor Selumix has clearly stepped out of line.
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he isn't really a friend, I do sort of get Damien's style. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who never crosses the line.
Huh. You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Miss Bell.
Soldier Orphe!
You two again? Now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
You've got it all wrong, Orphe. I had no idea those two are planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about waking the captain or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items?
Excuse me! First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Oh, then why doesn't Orphe protest when the captain's actually awake?
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Ah! Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in!
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust that you know the captain, Orphe. Otherwise, why would you trust her so much? Come to think of it, you and Magus make a pretty unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
Like I said, just like you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner, a soldier here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me, if Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military codename was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon. Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing or a curse? All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life. But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrade's eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me, over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphe. I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk. Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a Proxy, you'll lead us to the right place. I believe in you, Proxy.
Oke, aku kembali.
Barry, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Oh, Belle, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Obel Squad and take them out in one strike.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations, so Obel Squad is unauthorized to act without orders. Could you send a message to Yixuan Shifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Shifu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Bell needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Yixuan Shifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the defense force find out.
Poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. Come rescue her immediately. P.S. Keep a low profile and avoid any clashes with the defense force.
Aren't you over-exaggerating a bit?
This concerns the safety of Waifei Peninsula. A little exaggeration won't hurt, right?
All we can do now is pray that Yunque Summit sends help soon. Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltists might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight.
Wait.
There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Roger that. Chip. You cheapskate. Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely, you don't feel afraid. When you come to your sense, you're already being carried high up in the air by bird. By the time you come back to your sense, you already arrive. Is this subidient?
I think I just had a dream. Am I dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
My disciple, Fufu, told me poor Junior Bell is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the Defense Force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Bell's brother!
By the way, I'm here too.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
What do you mean by step in? Junior Bell just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Did Ishwan...
Seems you're finally catching on now.
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Come on, Junior Bell! What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Bell get some proper rest first.
Can it or cannot? The winner rules. Wait a minute. Oh my god, you mean this? I'm still there. Damn. I'll be damned. Senior sister is the best. A proxy without their senior sister is nothing. Plus them soldiers so dear long junior. You still got your senior sister waiting for you up there on the mountain. Can't have to keep that before you see it. I keep having these unsettling dreams that look like something bad is about to happen. Oh no. While on mission on the dense areas, I always hear these whispers. I'm a bit worried about you and about your senior sister and my sister. It's not corruption symptom, is it, senior? Have the recent mission been too much? If so, let me help share the load. Don't worry so much. The sky could fall and Shifu won't handle it. We'll be okay. You're right, we still got Shifu. You experience Shifu without skill following potential exotic fishing. The leap of where the peninsula seniors are at stake. It can be taken lightly. If the Defense Force refuses to step in, then Yunqui South will have no choice but to break the rules of engagement and take action. But now that there are threats both inside and outside the hollow, and with so few disciples left at the Sebelumnya temple, it will make some difference. Okay, tunggu lagi guys. We might need some reinforcement. Before Yiswan can finish speaking, an angry shout from outside cuts her off.
Hand over the proxy!
The poor temple gate couldn't withstand the force of Union invited guests to crack open and let them into the courtyard.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force. Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter private residences without permission. And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. And now she's ready to give you a beating.
Give me a beating?
See, Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, you probably won't be able to stop her.
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Wi-Fi Peninsula as support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
High Preceptor Ishwan, this unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. The person behind you, Bathan, is currently under our protection.
Under your protection? You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and to ensure the proxy's safety.
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my protection.
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety.
Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Yunquei Summit.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away, trying to extract military information.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to contact Yunquei Summit, I trust you must have had a good reason.
More than a reason, less than a Viking.
You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltists still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere in the Hollow?
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, shouldn't Yunquei Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Belle, I just received an alert from Fairy.
What?
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising across the entire Lemnian Hollow. Warning. Ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high levels. Warning. At the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the Zenless limit within 1,026 hours. What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
100 days.
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the Hollow might just go boom.
Oh, 50 days.
The Exaltists in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final sacrifice. Based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the Exaltists control most of the miasma-rich areas in Lemnian Hollow. They've also mastered the technology to manipulate the unique ether. The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the Exaltists' operations.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltist base will likely become the central hub for their final sacrifice.
And therein lies our solution.
Exactly. But if we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be back under control.
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still managed to lose me. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still stirring up trouble, and if they are, we wipe them out. That should eliminate the threat, right?
Simple.
Wow,
Food
Captain
like
Magus, you actually understood everything this time. Amazing.
Then let's move out. Opal's squad will personally eliminate the looming shadow that threatens Wi-Fi Peninsula.
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that military orders must never be disobeyed?
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with classified military intel.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunquei Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty, then I'll take responsibility myself. Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers, and even civilians, would pay dearly.
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty to protect this place.
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Deploying all of Obel's squad would draw too much attention. We'll need to wait for the right moment. Let's regroup and launch the operation first thing tomorrow morning. All members of the Obel squad, return to base and get some rest.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.
Nah. Dah, akhirnya aku bisa. Oke guys, terima kasih telah menonton. Tunggu dulu. Terima kasih telah menonton. Adios.